Professor Lasker, you had mentioned that there were obviously other philosophical Jewish works and that preceded HaLevi, and this was a period of Islamic philosophical workings. How does HaLevi's Kuzari compare to the work of Saadia Gaon's Emunot V'Deot?
Okay, Saadia Gaon lived 200 years before HaLevi. He was active in Baghdad, born in Egypt and moved to Baghdad, became the Gaon, the head of the academy. And he was involved in all fields of Jewish endeavor, from philosophy to exegesis, commentary on the Bible, translations of the Bible, poetry, history, polemics against Karaite, polemics against other Rabbinite Jews, issues of the calendar. He was a man of unbelievable breadth. And he believed, along with his Islamic models, that reason was sufficient to prove the truth of Judaism. Muslims thought reason was sufficient to prove the truth of Islam, but Saadia used it, I'd say, converted the Islamic kalam to be able to prove the truth of Judaism. So that if one used reason correctly, according to Saadia, one would come to the conclusions of Judaism, which raises a question for Saadia: why have revelation? Why do you have God informing the Jewish people the nature of Judaism if reason could discover all this on its own? And the answer is that not everybody's reason is sufficient, and this is a sort of a shortcut. But what Saadia tries to do is take the whole breadth of the Jewish experience, the Jewish religion, and show how it is rationally not only possible, but necessary. So he proves the creation of the world, the existence of God through the creation of the world, the nature of God, the God's unity, revelation, the reasons for the commandments, and then other theological issues like resurrection, the coming of the Messiah, and the world to come. The idea that reason is sufficient to prove the truth of Judaism is something that HaLevi doesn't accept. He thinks that reason has its limits. Judaism, no Jewish belief, contradicts reason, but reason can't necessarily prove it. And therefore, it's absolutely necessary for there to have been revelation. Saadia's work is systematic, and most of the thinkers in the Middle Ages wrote systematic works. HaLevi's is more literary, with this debate between the Kuzari and the Chaver. It jumps from topic to topic. There are no, other than the 5 parts, there are no specific topics or subcategories. The Saadia book has 10 sections, 10 parts, each one devoted to a specific topic. You don't have that in the Kuzari. The Kuzari is much more expansive, much more literary, and I would say much more attractive to the reader.